have a sense of entitlement.
Right.
You owe me something.
Correct.
You made it out, I didn't, so you should come back and give me something.
Right.
That's a liberal mindset.
Mm-hmm.
A conservative mindset is, I watched you make it out. Teach me what you know.
Right.
Don't give me what you have.
Right.
Meaning, I want to know your knowledge, right? Education gets me out of these conditions.
Correct.
That's a conservative mindset. A liberal mindset says government entitlement programs, food stamps, welfare, Social Security will help take care of me.
Right.
So, trying to explain the difference between conservative beliefs, conservative principles, and trying to explain that to people who's poor in their thinking,
Mm-hmm.
You'll create an enemy.
Right. So I was telling you that I have relatives, that are, my whole family's Democrats. Just always been that way. It's never been different.
Yeah,
Right.
slave master's children.
Right. And so when I speak my mind, or when I ask them questions about their beliefs, and they make excuses. Even now, I just got done having a conversation about what you think now, and it's like they ain't giving them enough time yet. So they tend to have instead of correcting their thought process, they'll double down. And it's a sickness, man. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Mental health is a sickness.
Yeah.
So what you're dealing with a race of people that has a sickness.
Mm-hmm.
For one, the white man gave us his mind.
Mm-hmm.
People forget, this isn't our mind.
Got you.
He gave us a mind.
Right.
He gave us a name.
Right.
We took on his traditions.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But this is his mind.
Right.
These are his ways.
Right.
This is his language. We're out of nature.
Mm.
We ain't us. This ain't us.
Right.
So when you discover you, they haven't found them.
Right.
So you separated from them.
Right.
You done sold out.
Mm-hmm. And you know what?
What happened, and I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I want to keep this train of thought. What happens to the person who leaves the hood and never comes back? They get despised.
Yeah.
They get despised.
Yeah.
Because they want to be able to come back and keep you back in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they want you to come back. Everybody who go back, homie, they get killed.
Yeah.
Everybody who go back get robbed.
Yeah.
Everybody who go back get talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who go back, everybody who make it out and goes back gets mistreated.
Right.
So when you're sharing these ideologies, when you're sharing your conservative principles with your democratic people, and you say they make excuses, with or without you, they make excuses. The white man ain't gonna let you do this. We was once slaves.
Right.
So it's always an excuse on why they or we can't get ahead. But we got plenty of examples that have been left behind where we've gotten ahead.
Right.
Not thinking like them. Some of us have to be willing to be neutered.
Right.
To spread the word of truth amongst black people.
Crucified even.
Yeah, crucified.
Yeah. That's what this is.
Some of us are gonna be humiliated.
Yeah.
For being truthful.
Right.
Some of us are gonna get killed.
Yeah.
For being truthful.
Yeah. And they'll laugh.
But the future of our people are looking for the truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they rejecting the church. That's why they reject the politicians. That's why they reject the school teachers. They even reject their parents. Because they're looking for the truth. Outside the truth, they're looking for something to relate to, something to build relationships with.
Right.
That's entertainment. So that's what they relating to. But they still looking for truth.
Right.
And ain't nobody telling them the truth. So here you come along on Christmas, and you got the ears of the middle school cousins, you got your high school nephews, and they friends coming and they talking to you, and you're standing in the gap of young people and their elders, right? You stand in the gap. You're the bridge. You're the cross. When you stretch one arm out, you touch the old. When you stretch your other arm out, you touch the young. So you stand in the gap where you bridge this gap between the young and old. You got the youth ears. They despise you, the old.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
So they despise you because they can't talk over you to the youth.
Right.
They want the youth to listen, but
Right.
the youth ain't listening to them.
Not at all.
Because we tired of seeing weak men.
Right.
All our lives we've been watching weak men.
Right.
Men walk away, men abandoned, men who run away. We've been watching weak men. So here you are with the truth. At this point, they don't care who's strong or who weak, who telling the truth.
Right.
So you gotta quit talking to the old young brother.
Yeah.
Can't teach no old dog new tricks.
That's for sure.
They don't have a thirst to know.
Right.
They don't have this overwhelming desire to learn.
Right.
They stuck in their ways. And they can't tell us nothing about what you talking to, the future. They can only tell us about the past, what they day was like. Man, we trying to figure out 2025.
Right.
We trying to get ready for 2030. They got us looking at 1964.
Right.
These kids need to know what's coming in 2024. Who's preparing them for that?
Right.
Nobody. So we arguing with our elders about the past, about their day. They telling us about their day.
Right.
Who's teaching us for tomorrow? When we all talking about the past. Man, when we were slaves, when we used to be kings and queens. Man, what about now? Who thriving now?
And you know what? That I was with it when black people first started calling themselves kings and queens. I said, I get it. You know? I was with the shit. Hey, what's up, queen? But as I thought about it, that's a very narcissistic thing.
If you seen your mama getting fucked, nigga, you don't know no queen. If you been hearing your mama in the room
right.
getting pounded on, it's some niggas here, it's some little boys here that every weekend he ain't gonna never think to call nobody no queen.
Right.
So if I ain't never seen a queen, I ain't seen Betty Shabazz, I ain't seen nobody like Coretta Scott King. I've been watching niggas come out my mama bedroom. I can't find it in me to call no woman no queen. Say bitch. And that's with no convictions. That's with no conscience. Bitch, fuck you.
Right.
But it's some of us who say it with a conscience because our mothers was queens.
Right.
Even as a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama. Can't too many kids say that.
Right.
So you want me to call this nigga king when my uncle molested me, my stepdad was trying to fuck on me. So there ain't no little girls, no kings. So let's call it what it is. And that was good, but they trying to take us back 2,000 years ago.
Right.
We don't know that exists.
Right.
It existed, but we don't know that. So it's hard for us to look at one another and say, hey, what's up, king?
Right.
So it's like a false narrative.
It is.
It's a false narrative.
and very narcissistic.
Yeah.
You know, and we have obviously, well, first of all, none of the other races give a fuck about niggas.
No.
They like, we have
Just what I like to call, they like nigga entertainment. They always like nigga. They don't care nothing about the nigga. They just like what the nigga can do.
right, a jester.
Yeah.
They want you-
Fiddler, come here, Fiddler.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think about it, and they've been doing that, and they don't mind. You know, when we walk around calling ourselves kings and queens, they don't mind. They kind of laugh. Shit, they call us Leroy on the PlayStation, Leroy.
Yeah.
And on Plantation, Leroy.
Yeah.
You know, that means the royal.
Yeah.
It's being funny.
Yeah.
They say, "Come here, Queenie." You know, it's being funny.
Yeah.
So
They make mockery of it.
they make mockery of it,
Yeah.
and we don't even see we making a mockery of ourselves now.
On the battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, we was at war, but we wasn't at war. War was being implemented.
Mm-hmm.
War was starting to be raged upon us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Crack era, mass incarceration, gang violence.
Yeah.
We wasn't at war. We were really trying to find ourselves. Our mothers was working 2 jobs. Black people was elevating. There was, people was coming out of the ghetto, going into the middle class,
Right.
socio-economic part of society. So we was kind of almost thriving a little bit, homie, in the 80s, and the 90s,
sure.
and the 70s.
For sure.
Now, it's like everything's come to a halt,
Mm-hmm.
and we're on the battlefield, partying, having fun, while everybody else is at war with each other, in us.
Yes.
They're at war with the Mexicans fighting the whites, the Venezuelans fighting the Hondurans, the Russians fighting. Everybody's at war with one another as well as with us.
Right.
But we're in the way of war.
Right.
And nobody's taking us serious because we partying, we're snapping, we're having fun, we're making new songs, we're doing the TikTok challenges, and we're in the way of war.
Right. Why do you think that is? That we're kind of a centerpiece of everybody's battle.
Well,
like we every time there's a war or any issues, it's black.
We're the spoils of war. No matter what war is waged in the world, we are the spoils of war.
Got you.
Because we're the consumers.
Yeah.
Right? We're
Commodity.
We're the people.
The asset.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So we're the gold.
Right. Right.
We're the oil. We're the mineral rights to America.
And shit, something that's a resource that just duplicates on its own.
Well, we go have babies.
Yeah.
And we go to jail.
Yeah.
So we're gonna actually 3 things. We're gonna have babies. We're gonna go to jail, and we're gonna die faster than anybody.
Good supply. Good asset.
Yeah. So.